Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the free growth operating training. Congratulations on claiming it. In this video, I'm going to be providing you as much value as possible. I'm trying to fit it into this short free video. Of course, I can't go too crazy because it's free, but believe me, for the free price that this video is, you're going to be receiving a ton of value. Even if you're not doing growth operating or you're just interested in it, whatever it is, this stuff can be applied to other business models as well. Tons of value in this video, so we're just going to jump right into it. The purpose of this video is to get you from $0 to $20,000 a month in 30 days, and I know that might sound extremely hard to achieve or like a crazy number. As soon as I break it down and kind of go over everything in this video, it should make a lot more sense to you, and you should have a much clearer path, if anything, to those big numbers. So this video, we're going to cover landing your first creator in 7 days or less, the fulfillment of that first creator, and then obviously, after you have your first creator and you fulfilled for them, scaling the creator and scaling your agency to more creators, that sort of thing. So let's jump right into it without any further ado. So first, I want to go over what growth operating actually is and the fundamentals of what you're actually going to be doing. So I have school crossed out here because the most common version of growth operating that all of us know and love is partnering with creators, influencers, and making a school group for them, which there's nothing wrong with that. But it's a lot more in-depth than that, and obviously you have to do way more than just make a school group, which is the surface level growth operating that has like the worst reputation. So let's break down what you're actually doing. So to keep it simple, you sell courses. You're helping other people sell courses. The whole stigma behind selling courses, you're going to be that guy, and you need to get it through your head that it's not a bad thing to sell courses or to help people sell courses. It's just this thing that has been built up because there's a lot of like scammer gurus out there that have given courses a bad name. But this is not that. You are simply helping people teach a topic, and people are paying to receive help around that topic, which there's nothing wrong with inherently. It's just bad actors have given courses a bad name. So as you guys know, traditional courses don't work anymore. So mostly what you'll be focusing on is helping them sell one-on-one mentorship and paid communities, that sort of thing. But selling like a pre-made recorded course for $500, that's extremely outdated. It just doesn't work anymore. So now that you know exactly what growth operating is, why do creators need you? Why are you actually going to be partnering with these people? What are they getting out of it? Why would they partner with you? Why would they not just sell a course themselves? And when I say sell a course, like I said, I'm talking about communities or mentorship, that sort of thing. But just dumbing it down as selling a course is a lot easier to explain it to you guys. So why do creators need you? The number one thing you need to get through your head is these creators just don't know how to make money. You guys would be shocked at the amount of creators out there that appear. There are thousands of creators with millions of followers that aren't making $1. Literally, this is not a joke, guys. Majority of these influencers and creators out there that have all these followers and have all these views and are just really good at capturing attention and eyeballs, most of them are really, really bad at actually making money off their audience. None of them know how to do it. And there's no reason for that except for the fact that it's just not very public knowledge. You might be watching this video like, oh, well, info products, selling courses, that sort of thing. It's like a very common thing. They should know how to do it. But most people don't actually know about it. They don't know how it works. And these guys, most creators and influencers that you're going to come across have absolutely no idea how to monetize their audience. They wouldn't even think of selling some sort of info product or course or anything on the stuff they make content about. So, and the other thing is none of them know how easy it is, which is why you're going to be partnering with them. Because obviously, if you're building out everything and you're the expert, you know how to do all the back end. The whole point is all they have to do is keep doing what they're doing, except now they're funneling their followers into something that their followers will pay for, and you're making money in the back end. So simply put, you are helping them make money. Next up is actually finding the creator. So I'm going to show you exactly how to do this, but first let me cover a couple things here. So there's a few areas you can find your creator. There's all kinds of social medias. Obviously, I only have 2 socials listed here, which is Instagram and YouTube. Obviously, there's LinkedIn, TikTok, there's all these other platforms out there. But me personally, I have found the most success with Instagram and YouTube. This is where the best creators are, and I'm about to show you a couple softwares you can use. Seek Social is just a random one that I chose. I'm not really sure if any are better than others. I don't really use softwares that much, but I am going to show you how you can use softwares to find these creators. But majority of these creators are going to be found on Instagram, some of them on YouTube, and the ones on YouTube, you'll be reaching out on Instagram, which is why I have up here, Instagram is alpha. These creators really, really, really need Instagram. Even if they're on YouTube and their primary audience is YouTube, they need an Instagram. They need to be pushing people towards their Instagram, because Instagram is where they're going to funnel their followers and actually turn them into dollars. It's where basically it all goes down on the stories. The Instagram stories, that's like the number one thing. I'm going to get into that. But as far as finding your creator, the other thing is creator engagement rules. So actually looking at their views, that sort of thing. Followers do not matter nearly as much as views or anything like that. So I'm going to show you exactly how I look for creators now and how you can do the exact same. Okay, so this is just a random software you can use to find creators. Now, there's so many others like this. Literally, I just found this by Googling, like find creators, software, that sort of thing. There's literally dozens of them, but this is just a random one I chose. Again, all of these work. Me personally, nowadays, most of my clients come from referrals, so I don't really need to like go searching for clients like this. But when I did, this is exactly how I do it, through these softwares, or just manually searching on Instagram. Either one works. Okay, so let's get started. So first of all, email domain. I just select all emails. I do email outreach as well if Instagram doesn't work. Socials, I do must have Instagram. Countries, I just do the main for US, Canada, UK, and Australia. Followers, usually I'll do 100K plus. Now let me say this about followers. So there's really a couple ways you can go about this. Like I mentioned before, you can sell mentorship to this person's followers, which is high ticket, like a few $1,000 for one-on-one mentorship. Or you can sell a low ticket community, which is anywhere from like 20, 30, 40, 50 to $100 per month for access to a community. And it really just depends on the size of the influencer, the niche. There's really a lot of factors that go into choosing how you're going to monetize the audience. But if you want to go for a smaller audience size, and it's like, for example, a make money online niche or something. This example I'm about to show you is a fitness guy, but any make money online topics, they'll work fine for people with like 10K followers. Someone with 10K followers in the make money online niche can easily be pulling in 10, 20, 30K a month selling high ticket. Now, for them to do a low ticket community, it's not going to work as well because they have low volume, but it's a higher quality person, so you can sell them a higher priced product than a low ticket community. Whereas someone like this, where this guy I'm about to show you has hundreds of thousands of followers, but people investing in that, they're going to gain value in their life, they're going to improve their fitness, but they're not going to see a return on their investment. They know that them putting in this money, they're never going to see that money again. It's strictly to improve their health, their fitness, that sort of thing. So someone that has high volume like him, and it's something like that, it might be better to do a community and then obviously still having mentorship, but it just, things like that will differ based on if you have a low ticket community as like their main offer or mentorship as their main offer. And I'm going to get into that more. But now for the keywords, we're just going to do fitness. If I can't find this guy like this, I'm just going to search, I'm going to search newsletter. But here you go. You click show and it's just going to show you a bunch of profiles. If I put newsletter, this guy will come up. 13 profiles. Yep, here he is. Okay, so this is the guy I wanted to show you guys. But again, just like I did here, you literally just put in metrics. You can put in keywords. This you guys can do however you want. But then this guy comes up. So this is the example I want to give you guys. I'm going to go through exactly how I would message this guy and why I think he'd be a great fit for something like this. And the first thing you want to do once you find somebody, you find a potential candidate as a client. Obviously, you need to look at their engagement, see how many views they get. This guy's most recent, this is literally 1 day ago, so he uploads extremely frequently. But as you can see, like 50K views, 35K, 200K views. Like he gets good views, and it's clear that all his content is about fitness. And he has 400K on here. Now let me just quickly switch over. Banging. Okay. Now over here. Now I'm going to be showing you how to outreach. Now this might look confusing, but I'm going to break it down for you guys. But the first thing you want to do with outreaching is, first of all, funnel hack. So identify their revenue sources, like 3 post loom video. I'm going to get into that. But the first thing is to identify the revenue sources. So this is also something that comes in with like if they're qualified or not. Let me switch over. Okay. So identifying his revenue sources. So all he has is sign up for my private newsletter, and you go to it. Let's see. He has free newsletter and he has beard struggle. Free newsletter. It's literally just a newsletter. If he's selling anything through this, it's through like emails and that sort of thing, which is, I'm sure he can be making way more money if he had like an actual offer available or a type form or something like that. I'm going to explain what I think he should be doing. But just based on this, he has a newsletter, so he's at least business minded. You know, he's collecting leads. I'm sure he has a massive fucking email list if this is all he's ever been doing. And then he has this, the beard struggle. I don't know if he's just like affiliating for this or if it's like his company. I have no idea. I'm not sure, but it's clearly trying to grow like some beard business or something, or it might just be an affiliate thing, most likely an affiliate thing. But either way, this newsletter is all I really care about. Clearly, he's business minded. He wants to make money off his audience. He's trying to, but a newsletter is absolutely not the best way to do this. So now that I've identified his revenue sources, go back into present mode here. Okay. Now this is what I would do. This is how I message him. So I'm about to show you like the whole outreach script right now. But before messaging, what I do is I like 3 of their posts. And then the point of this is going to be going through messages. And then after a few messages, I'm going to send over a Loom video. And in the Loom video, I'm going to be providing a roadmap. So this is the roadmap that you're going to be providing to them. So essentially, and let me make it clear, you're not just showing like something like this. What you want to do is make like a Miro board or a Figma, FigJam board, something like this, like a visual for them to see. And you're essentially just going to go over in like a 2-3 minute video. And by the way, this is after you've already had a conversation with them, after they're clearly interested. You don't waste your time like making this and sending it over to people that have never even seen your message or anything like that. It's going to make sense once I show you your opening message, but this is essentially what you're going to break down to them. So the first thing you're going to do is have them post some sort of type form as an engagement test. So this is going to collect leads and also see how many people would be interested in some sort of mentorship or program or anything like that. Sorry, I'm kind of sick. But next, you're going to text all the applicants. So this is where we have a setter or somebody similar text all the applicants and essentially just talk to them, nurture them, and get a sense of their budget, what kind of person they are, see if they'd be a good fit for mentorship or something like that. And then you're going to close them. So this could either be the setter closing them over text, depending on the price of the product, or it can be them booking them a call with a closer. The closer will close them on a high ticket product. Then, of course, collecting money is the proof of concept. And I'm about to explain how you can do this and where you fit yourself into this deal, where you make a shit ton of money, obviously, because it doesn't matter if you're not making money. Then once you have collected dollars, which is your proof of concept, that selling info products to this guy's audience will work. That's when the market research comes in, which is essentially talking to the people that bought it and figuring out exactly what they want most. So that way you can curate an offer and figure out exactly what would sell best with his audience. Apply, demand, make community. Now, this is where you're going to actually implement those things that you just figured out through the market research, what actually works and what this guy's audience wants. This is where you're going to apply that demand. So building out a community, that sort of thing. Because usually in this case, I would sell mentorship first to get a feel for his audience before you launch a whole community or anything like that. Because if you can get some high ticket mentorship sales, guaranteed the community will print as well. Usually you want a low ticket and a high ticket offer so that you can sell to anybody at any budget in his entire following. And the big differentiator that you need to decide between is if you're going to sell low ticket first and high ticket in the back end, or you're going to offer high ticket first and then use low ticket Discord as a downsell. But either way, you want both. Either way, you want a Discord community. I personally use Discord school, whatever it is. It doesn't really fucking matter. But me personally, I prefer Discord. For this guy, school might be better, honestly. It really just depends on the creator. But you need to make them a community with that demand in mind, obviously, as well as building out the high ticket offer. Then after that, you're going to automate the DM systems, softwares like ManyChat, that sort of thing, to essentially automate the whole backend for him. And of course, having setters, closers, that sort of thing. Oh, it's right here, onboard setters and closers. Automate plus scale content, self-explanatory. It's just kind of building the whole thing up, scaling it. More views equals more leads equals more dollars. Optimize plus scale all. So that's literally just scaling up from there. But the basis is you're building out the structure for him, making sure that money is going to be made. Once you're sure that his audience is good and can make a lot of money, that's when you scale it. You build out all the systems, automations, that sort of thing. Now, if that sounds super complicated, I'm sorry. I just fucking laid all that on you. But it's good to sound complicated. It's good to sound like it's a lot of things because, again, you're going to be explaining this to him, kind of what it means. Obviously, you should dumb it down a little bit more, and I'm going to give you the dumbed down version in a minute of exactly what you're doing for him. But when you explain this to him and he realizes how much you're going to be doing, and I'm about to explain why the offer is so fucking good, because you're essentially going to work for free to provide the proof of concept. And I know you hate that, and I fucking hate it too. I don't work for free. I'm going to explain it in a minute, but believe me, I would never do any work for free. So trust me. Next, I'm going to go through the actual DM sequence to get to this point where you're sending him a video. So this is an example script that my partner Noah essentially created of what a conversation could look like with this guy. Now, I do want to say something. The opening message is like the most important thing, obviously, besides optimizing your profile. And I go over this whole thing in my Discord of how to like make your profile look good. You can't just outreach to these people with no profile picture. You need to understand they get hundreds of DMs every single day. It's really unlikely they're going to see your DM with no profile picture. You need meta verified, a good looking profile, and then you need to be outreaching on that profile. And again, I go in depth on how to set that up, but it's really self-explanatory. You just need a profile that doesn't look like shit. Now, for your actual opening message, this is what's going to get their attention. So there's a couple ways I can do this. I'm going to show you the way Noah did it and then the way I usually do it. So here's what he said. Hey, Artem, I stumbled upon your TikTok and your content is genuinely inspiring. You have the physique of a Viking, brother. Do you sell coaching? So there's two ways you can go about this. This way is extremely good because it's not so direct. Do you sell coaching? When he reads that, he might be thinking, oh, this guy wants to buy my program or something. Like he wants to buy mentorship from me. In that case, if they do sell something like that, there's not a lot you can do unless you can tell they're really not making money from it. But the best creators to go for are people that obviously aren't selling anything. They aren't making any money already. Now, the other way to go about this would be to send a message with a first line like this, and then pretty much going into your pitch straight after. It just really depends on what kind of volume you're doing. But no matter what you do, you need to have like a personalized first line. I would even personalize it more than this, just because when he sees his DMs, he's only going to see these first few words. And this sort of looks like every other DM you get. So maybe having like the physique of a Viking as the first line that he sees would be better, because obviously it stands out and it tells him immediately, okay, I'm going to open this DM. This guy is not like some automated reply. He actually typed this message, which is the most important thing. But anyhow, sometimes what I'll do is I'll have the personalized first line, and then I'll literally say, is there any reason you don't sell coaching, blah, blah, blah. I do this. I made a video showing exactly how I can do it for you. Do you mind if I send it over? And that's when I'll send the Loom video. And again, I'm going to explain what the Loom video is, but let's just go through this. So this is his reply. And again, this is not a real conversation. This is like a mock conversation to show you what a conversation with one of these creators would look like. So he says, thanks, man. That's the goal, but I do not currently sell any coaching. So this is what you say. I was checking out your profile and see you have a brand, but you do not sell anything related to your content. I was wondering why you do not have a coaching group or community quite yet. Given the size of your audience, you'd crush it. He said, I am not really interested in selling something as I do not have time at the moment to craft something worth selling. This is something like, this has to be one of the most common objections that these creators will say, is they say they don't have time for it, or it's pretty much always they don't have time for it, something like that. But they don't realize that you're about to free up all that time for them. So this is where Noah says, I completely understand. It looks like you're a full-time dad as well. I'm sure that is not the easiest. Haha. That's a very great nurturing point. And then he gave an example here. Double text if he did not immediately reply. You seem like a pretty busy guy, and I don't want to waste too much of your time. I build communities for influencers and assist at monetizing your audience, generating more revenue for a personal brand. Rather than hopping on a call, I want to make you a video with a full roadmap on exactly how I can generate you $10,000 within the first month working together with a paid community. Would you be open to that? So like I was mentioning before of getting straight into the pitch, if you want to skip all this and do a higher volume of DMs, you can take this and put it in the first message, obviously still with a personalized first line, but you can obviously change it up a little bit. I'm not talking like copy paste, but you can do something extremely similar to this where you just get straight into the pitch and say, I made a video. Do you mind if I send it over? So he says, fuck yeah, I would. And then Noah says, sounds good. I have calls till around 8 p.m. my time, showing that he's busy. He's talking to other creators. When I'm finished with calls, I'll be sending you a video with a roadmap on exactly how we can generate some serious money together, just in case it's too long to send here. Can you shoot me your email and I can send it over? There you go. You collect his data. And that's donezo. Now you're going to send him that Loom video. And usually right after the Loom video, it's time to get on a call, which I'm about to get into the actual call part. Let me say real quick too, shameless plug, inside the Discord, we literally have a Loom video with a full Loom creation, everything that we use to land a video or land a creator with millions of followers, like a few million followers. We landed her with that exact video that we give you guys. So if you want to check that out, feel free to. Now, let me give you a quick blueprint of, I'm going to run through this quickly. I'm not going to read all of this, but this is a blueprint for the actual DMs, something you guys need to follow. So number one is do not be afraid to follow up. Obviously, it's important and it shows that you're interested in them. So there's no reason to not follow up with them. And most of the time, if they don't answer, it's because they literally lost your DM because they get so many DMs or they forgot. It's not like they're purposely ignoring you. You need to think optimistically because most of these influencers, they're actually not ignoring you. They literally just don't see the message or it gets lost in their DMs. Compliment, but do not meet ride. That is a great way to word it, Noah. But yeah, like he did in this is he mentioned the kids thing. That's just a great nurturing point and it's a compliment, but it was not like he's meat riding him or going too crazy, like complimenting him like he's a chick or some shit. It's just a quick mention, a quick nurturing point, and that's all you need. You don't want to do anything more than that. Always end your text with a question. This has to be like the biggest thing. Okay, I want you to imagine this. Imagine this creator you're texting is a chick, okay? But it's a chick that's like not really interested in you, but is interested enough to like reply sometimes. If you want this girl to reply to you, if you want this creator to reply, you need to have a reply in their head like instantly. It needs to be like a quick reply. It can't just be like an open-ended thing or a statement to where they have to think, oh, like, do I reply to this? What do I say to this? It needs to be a question to where it's like, okay, here's the answer, send, done. They don't want to have to think about it for too long, and especially not even asking a question. If you send a statement, you're just never going to receive a reply. You have to send a question, and that's what's going to get the reply, but it has to be a question that's like not crazy in depth. I don't want to say like a yes or no question, but like a simple answer question to where they don't really have to think hard about their answer so that you'll get that reply. Next up, following up until they book. If you're already in their DMs, there's no reason not to just keep fucking spamming them and following up until they book a call. Obviously, if you sent like 20 DMs, it's probably cooked, but there's no wrong with sending a few DMs and following up until they book a call. And then finally, use slang, but do not be ghetto. This is like the biggest thing I see people messing up on is, look, Noah even left a nice little guide. Do not use words like bet, bro, what's good, let's fucking go, talk to you later, word for sure, etc. If you use these words, you're just going to look ghetto. It's going to take away the professionalism. You can still use some words and you can still be personable, that sort of thing. But if you use all these words and you talk too ghetto, then it's going to take away all your professionalism and you're going to have no chance of closing them. Even if you like think you can and you can be a homie with them, that's cool, but it's going to take all your professionalism away and they will respect you less. That's not to say you have to send like perfect grammar or anything like that. It's just don't use ghetto words. That's it. Okay. Now that you guys know what to do here, just for a quick recap, you're going to find their profile. You're going to like 3 of their posts. You're going to send them a DM. And then that point of the initial DM is to send them a Loom video going over this plan. And then the Loom video is going to be to get them on a call. That's the entire purpose of the DM. And when it comes to Instagram DMs, let me put you on some sauce as well. You can only send about 50 per day until you get rate limited. And it needs to be with like 5 to 10 minutes in between each DM to not get rate limited. Extremely important. Like you literally will get banned on Instagram if you don't do this. So since you can only send 50 per day, I highly recommend like hand picking ones that you would actually outreach to, you would actually partner with them. Don't just spam hella people. Like only message people that you would actually partner with. And since you have so much time in the day to hand pick people, since you can only send 50 per day, then I would definitely just be more selective about who you pick. Next up, okay, so let me just quickly show you guys the accelerator. This Discord is like less than $100 a month. I'm just gonna keep it quick and simple. This is everything you get inside of it. I just want to make you guys aware of it because pretty much everything I'm going over inside of this video is inside the accelerator, but more in depth. You get access to me, Noah to ask questions, that sort of thing. We do like multiple weekly group calls. You can check all of it out in the Discord. So if you want access to this or you want to check it out, there's like 2,000 members or something. Just DM me on Instagram. Just DM me anything. Tell me you watched this video and that you want access to it, and I will send you an invite link. So I'll leave that there for you guys to check out. Next is getting on call. So like I said, the whole point of you DMing and the Loom video and all of that is to get them on a call. So this is the most important part, obviously, because once you get on the call, this is where you need to get the close and nothing else really matters. Now, first, I want you to realize this is not like a typical close to where you have to have some like crazy fucking urgency sales tactics. No, you don't need any of that. You are simply laying out the partnership, and let me just go over these. First of all, you're solving a problem for them. They need you. They need you more than you need them. Get that through your head. Reiterate the roadmap. Like I showed you guys the roadmap, that's like the most important thing. There's really not anything else to tell them other than the roadmap. So you're kind of just reiterating that. But this time, kind of explain your roles and how you're taking everything off their back and exactly what you're going to be doing. And of course, the earning potential. And I'm about to show you the earning potential because that's like the most important thing. You need to lay out the numbers for them. Offer to test for free. I'm about to explain exactly what this is, but this is how we close like majority of these creators. And we save a lot of time because we end up only partnering with creators that actually make money. There's a really easy way to test, and you can easily pull in 10 to 20K in the first week testing with a creator, which will blow their mind. And now you can charge like a 10K setup fee. I'm going to show you exactly what I mean, but it's fucking sauce. I can't believe I'm giving you this for free, honestly. Okay, paint the picture. Let me explain the math you're going to show these guys. So Artem, this fitness guy, he has 400,000 followers. Because he has a profile grown by TikTok and Instagram Reels, short form platforms, we can assume his demographic will be slightly shittier, which if you guys don't know, short form platforms bring a shittier demographic, long form brings higher quality. So you guys probably have heard of this before, the 1% rule. So let's do the 1% rule for him just to play it safe, and to show the money, we'll also use 0.5%. The 1% rule essentially means that if you launched a paid community, 1% of his audience would buy it. So 400,000 followers times 0.01, which is 1%, would be 4,000 qualified buyers from his following, 4,000 customers. Now multiplying that by $30 a month, which is around where I'd price his membership, that means $120,000 per month in revenue from his community, which is insane. And because we promised him 0.5% just to show him how powerful this is, that would be $60,000 a month if only 0.5% of his audience converted, which is crazy. But the craziest part is that is not even including high ticket sales. I'm about to get into high ticket, but high ticket is like the most powerful untapped part of like growth operating that you guys probably haven't heard of much. Mostly the growth operating people talk about is like communities, low ticket communities, that sort of thing, a school group. High ticket is fucking insane. So I'm going to get into this. But it's extremely important that you break down the numbers for him, because if he doesn't know he's going to get rich, then why the fuck is he doing this? Why is he talking to you? But here's where you're breaking down the numbers, and then it gets crazier. First, let me tell you exactly what you're providing. So here's a service you're providing to him. It's a full package service. You're not like an email. You're not going to hire an email guy and hire a guy for this. You're doing everything, okay? All systems, such as building out the landing pages, which is usually just one landing page, really. Scripting is VSL, which is a video to sell the thing. Usually, in most cases, it's going to be a VSL to a type form. Backend setup of Go High Level, ClickFunnels, Zapier, hiring appointment setters, closers, that's extremely important. Even telling them what to post to funnel people into the funnel and actually turn them into customers. You are taking everything off their back so they can focus on the content and marketing. That's the most important thing to understand. The purpose of you as a service is you're going to take the entire load off their back. You're going to handle all the systems, the automations, the funnel, the nurturing. You're going to handle everything so they can keep making content and marketing, which is the hardest part of any business. They're doing you a massive favor by doing all the marketing, and you're doing them a massive favor by doing all the back-end stuff. It's huge. So now the grand finale. Here's how you're going to close them. Here's how you're going to fucking close every creator you talk to. Free testing before the close. When I tell you guys, nobody is going to say no to this. Like, it is, the close is done, and it's saving you time and money. Let me explain. So free testing before close. Let me explain exactly what this means and what you're going to do. When I say free testing, here's what they're going to do. They are going to post that they're doing one-on-one coaching, one-on-one mentorship. This is going to be like the first time usually that they post any type of coaching or anything. They're going to get a shit ton of DMs. You're going to set them up on a software called ManyChat, and you're going to put an appointment setter onto their account. And it literally as simple as like, I'm opening 2 one-on-one mentorship spots. DM me the word fitness, or DM me get fit, or something like that. Okay? Instagram story, call to action for coaching. And now you're going to have an appointment setter with a type form, okay? And here you go, implement ManyChat plus Go High Level / ClickFunnels plus emails. You don't even really need all that. All you really need to start to do a test, it's a type form. So a type form application, it's literally just a form. You're going to have people fill it. You're going to collect their data, and you're going to talk to them and attempt to close them on high ticket. So the first thing you want to do is establish their budget, call their phone using my script, also in the Discord, and close 3 to 5K for one-on-one mentorship. So in this case, it would be something to lose weight. You might even want to slap a guarantee on there. Like, I guarantee if you listen to all my advice, you'll lose this many pounds in the next 30 days, whatever it is. All you're doing is selling one-on-one mentorship for fitness. It's extremely simple. And Artem will now worship you because you made him money. So let me explain the purpose of doing this. For example, I'll just use this guy as the example. If we ran this within the first few days, since he has 400,000 followers, we should have been able to close at least 15 to 20K worth of high ticket sales just from his followers, just from 1 or 2 story posts and nurturing everyone through DMs, giving them on a call and closing them. It should be at least 15 to 20K revenue, at least. If he doesn't make that much, he's not even worth running up with you. And even that's not a lot of money from an account with that many followers. It's just not, especially if he's never really sold anything before. Okay. So you're closing 3 to 5K. Don't waste your time with a shitty creator that can't generate money. And there's no point in signing contracts with these creators if they can't even bring an audience to purchase one $3,000 coaching program. Let me explain why this is so huge now. If Artem can bring 3 to 5 qualified prospects, it's worth it for me. And if this test goes well, you can now close on 20 to 25% rev share plus 5 to 10K up front. So let me reiterate. You're doing this test with his followers. And if his account is actually primed and the followers are good and you can make money off his account in the first place, this should easily make you between 15 to 20K. And when I say make you, I mean make him. And you can still take like a 20, 25% rev share off that. But what I like to do in these situations is usually we'll run it. And since we're handpicking creators that we think will do well, usually they will do well. So we'll pick one that will do well. We'll do this and it's extremely easy. It doesn't cost us any money. Commission-based appointment setter, closer. It's literally so easy to run this. All they have to do is say yes and post a couple stories and we take care of the rest. And then we will literally put 15 to 20K in their pocket, just like that. Now, the best part of this is now he loves you because he's never made any money from his fucking Instagram. And now you just made him 15 to 20K. So here's what you do. Now you go to him and you say, okay, as we spoke before, show him the roadmap again. Say, I can build out all these systems. We're going to add a community. We're going to do this, 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 all these things to make you even more money. You could easily be making 100K a month. And then now you could throw it in upfront. Go for 20 to 25% rev share, which is easy. That's a no-brainer. But now since you already made him money, just throw on like a 10K upfront. And he will literally say yes because you just made him double that. What is 10K? He can see the growth now. He can see it's possible. He will say yes, and it's a done deal. That's the best way to close his creators. Now, you can just go straight for the close, like 20, 25%, miss out on a free like 10K. That's fine. Nothing wrong with that. But if you're doing that, you need to realize running this test helps you as well because you get to see if he will actually make money. If you don't, then guess what? You close him on 20 and 25%. You set up everything. Okay, you're going to set up the funnels, the community, all of that. And then you launch it. And guess what? Maybe his followers aren't as active as they looked. Maybe they're not buyers. Maybe they're just followers. Then it's shit. You're shit out of luck. You just wasted all that time. You bought all these softwares. You set everything up for nothing because his audience is dead. Running this test will tell you everything you need to know about if his profile will make money or not. And if the test goes well, you get even more money at the close. So this is what we do. Again, like I said, there's nothing wrong with closing 20 to 25% rev share and just leaving it at that, doing no upfront, whatever it is. If you're certain that they'll make money, there's nothing wrong with doing that. But if there's even a slight chance that they might not, run the test. You'll make even more money, I promise you. So once you guys have that test done, you've closed them. Next is the contract. Super simple. These are the things you need in it. Service clause, payment clause, automatic payout clause, which essentially just means that the processor you're using, whatever processor it is, we personally use Fanbasis. It's invite only through us. So if you want to get on that, feel free to let me know. But essentially how it works is we get auto paid out. So they'll put in our percentage automatically. Instead of the money going into one account, it gets split off into the 2 accounts. We never have to ask for our share, anything like that. Always put it on the contract though. Termination clause and signature. Super simple. Contract template in the Discord as well. Shameless plug. Now the final thing is scaling. So up until this point, I pretty much covered exactly how you're going to land a creator, how you're going to scale the creator, how you're going to launch with them, how to make 15 to 20K in the first fucking week with them, which is light work. I need you guys to understand, like, this is not difficult. If you're looking at this and you're saying, holy shit, like 15 to 20K in a week, that's hard. Guys, he has 400,000 followers. 15 to 20K in a few days or a week is like not even good. 400,000 followers. I need you guys to understand there's profiles with 10,000 followers making more than that. It's not about the follower count. It's about the quality of follower and how you nurture them, how you sell them. That's all that matters. It has nothing to do with that. I just need you guys to realize that it is not that difficult. I would not be sitting here in my Miami apartment with my partner, both of us rich as fuck, doing this for almost 2 years now. Been in the community space for like 6 years. I wouldn't be sitting here talking to you about this if it was extremely difficult, because I would have given up. But I'm telling you guys, it's really not that hard. And I've given you all the sauce in this video that you need. Literally everything you need. Okay, now to scale. Scaling is really simple, honestly. After all the automations and funnels and everything is set up and you have landing pages, VSL, all of that, the only thing you can really do after that is building out more offers. So having more price points. Because for example, if we went ahead with this guy, we had a $30 a month community, and then we had a mentorship that's like $3,000 to $5,000. There's kind of a gap in between there. So you can add programs in between. Maybe it's like $600 one time, whatever it is. Just give you a couple ideas. One would be like a bulking program. One would be like a cutting program. Curate these offers based on your market research. So after you've figured out what these people want, you can curate other offers based on that. Next, building and automating the framework and establishing a revolving ecosystem. Pretty much like I already said, just automating everything, hiring people. You're literally turning his profile into a business. That's the best way to think about it. Hire out, automate, just manage everything so everything is seamless. Obviously, making it as hands-off for you as well, because there's no point in making a shit ton of money if you're slaving. The good thing about this business model is pretty much everything can be outsourced, since it's mostly based on like appointment setters and closers, that sort of thing. Obviously, you're going to be the one talking to him, but that doesn't take much time, guys. So that's the beauty of this business model. Like, I was literally just in Greece, in Mykonos. I didn't work for like a week. I didn't touch my laptop. I didn't talk to any of these creators. Obviously, having a business partner helps with that because he's the one at home talking to them. But my point is, I'm not sitting here like in their fucking Instagram DMs. I'm not sitting here in their community fucking Discord modding. I was literally just getting, having fun in Mykonos, in Greece, going crazy and without a worry in the world, while making a shit ton of money and blowing a shit ton of money while I was there, thanks to this business model, because it's just so fucking great. You can outsource. Never pick a business model you can't outsource shit, because your life will just be miserable. Yeah, you'll have money, but you'll be miserable as fuck. This is the best way to do it. And then after that, simply put, paid ads to what's already working. That's all you need after that. Okay, guys, that's pretty much it. I just gave you the entire framework. To end this video off, I'm just going to show you a bunch of like screenshots and results to show you how rich I am and how good I am at this. It's pretty simple, guys. I've laid everything out in this video for you guys to follow. Like, obviously there's gaps because I can only give so much free value, but genuinely 10K, 20K per month, you can easily get to 20K per month in like your first 30 days with this sauce. Just the sauce I showed in this video, because the business model is just that lucrative. And all the other growth operators, the people doing this, are just so fucking pathetic and have absolutely no idea what they're doing, because they're learning from retards that are teaching bullshit that doesn't even work, fucking school groups and God knows what. I don't even know. But all I'm trying to tell you guys is like the playing field could not be lower. Like, it's not hard to compete in this space at this current moment in time. And you would be surprised how many of these creators like have never even heard of growth operating, haven't even received these DMs. Like, we are still extremely new, and I've been doing this for a couple of years. So believe me, I've started when this was not even like a thing, not even a thing, to now where I can see all these growth operators popping up, and it's like a big business model, whatever. But it was not a big business model before, and it's just, I don't know what to tell you guys. It's not that difficult. It's just one of those things that's not that difficult. But anyhow, like I said before, if you want to join the Discord, just shoot me a DM on Instagram. If you guys want to apply for mentorship, or you want any type of like accelerant, that sort of thing, I do offer mentorship to some people. I open like maybe a couple spots a month. So if you're interested in that, and you're someone that's dedicated and you feel like this is something you could take seriously, it's something you could succeed with, and a business model that you're not going to get shiny object syndrome with, and you're not going to jump to fucking drop shipping a week into it, and it's something you actually think you could stick to and you would like doing, feel free to apply on the form below. And myself or Noah will reach out if we think you're a good fit. But yeah, guys, that's pretty much it. I appreciate you guys watching to the end. If you are one of the ones that watch to the end, DM me on Instagram. I'm happy to give you some free sauce. I appreciate you watching to the end, because believe it or not, most people that claimed this and they probably looked at the video for like 5 minutes. Most people are not going to watch halfway through, never mind to the entire end. So if you watch to the entire end, it already shows you're a pretty dedicated person, and you have what it takes to succeed with something like this. So again, guys, appreciate you watching the video, and keep up with me on my socials, and feel free to DM if you have questions. Peace.